Yeah, I just added you, so now you can be pull it up now. So I just added you to the live. So yeah,
Let's see. All right, here we go. Here we
yeah.
go,
Pull up that
y'all. All
screen.
right.
You can go over and break down. He about to go right down the indices for y'all, and then go over those plays. Like I said, if you wasn't already here, you can catch the beginning of this video. You can see the crypto plays that I just called out, and you can also see the gold play. I'll probably go over gold a little more, but I'm gonna pull up his screen for the indices.
All right, let's get into it, y'all. All right. Um, let's see. US 30. Let's kick it off with US 30. All right, US 30. Let's kick it off. Let's start off with the weekly. All right, let's look at the weekly. Let's break this down. All right, let me zoom this in real quick. All right, let's zoom this in and let's get a good perspective. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Look how strong this weekly candle closed. Yeah, it pulled back this week, but that was nothing, y'all, but a retest. All right, nothing but a retest. And we are still inching up, and we are still looking for US 30, all right, to head on up here, up there to 54,000. All right, we got a nice, let me get my tool out. Hold on, let me get my arrow tool. Okay, got to follow what's going on here. All right, so we ended up breaking some structure right here. All right, we broke structure right here on, what is that? The 18th. All right, the 18th of May. All right, strong candle above. All right, and then had a nice retest. I had a nice break and retest. This candle right here stopped short. All right, it's got to touch that line for me, y'all. All right, I don't consider that a retest. You got to touch that thing for me. All right, you got to touch it. So we had a nice break and retest, textbook, and then a strong bullish engulfing candle right off of there to end the week. All right, back to the upside. All right, so this is where now I'm going to be looking for the get right back on US 30. I have been talking about US 30 actually as it's selling. Was not interested in any sales, y'all. All right, was not interested in any sales at all. Only looking for buys, only because I know where the move is going and we headed up. All right, so that was just more a pullback. We come down here to the daily time frame. All right, start really dissecting this thing. All right, we already bought right off of our buy zone down here. All right, had a nice rejection off this buy zone right back above our retested level. And I have been talking about this. All right, I have been talking about this level right here, y'all. Right here at what was that, 833 on one of our previous lives that I was actually looking for the retest. I was looking for the retest back at 833 and then look for that continuation up. So that's daily time frame. Now on a 4-hour time frame,
Oh, you said
all right,
what's 833?
833 was it was one of our retested levels. All right, so like right here. All right, so you can see the structure. You can see the structure being hold on, let me reset this chart. It's too zoomed in. All right, it's too zoomed in. It's too zoomed in. All right, right here. Let's point this out. Now I got all these in here, so it's, you know, it's pulling this up. So bear with me on that. All right. These are just added positions, and we still
Just
hold
hide
this
the
thing.
drones real fast.
Huh?
Just hide your drones real quick because they look cluttered on our screen.
All right, hold on.
Let's
See, high drawings. There we go. All right,
yeah.
high drawings. All right, so we ended up breaking structure right here. I ended up breaking structure right here. Price was holding right here. Now, the moment the market broke here, cool, no problem. Now I have been talking about on the other lives that we were doing. Once we get back above this level of structure right here in this vicinity, that we are going to look for the buys up here at 833. So we ended up having a break right above structure. All right, so if I was to draw this, I can't draw it now because I'm hiding my drawings, and it's just going to pull it right back. All right, so but we are right back above structure right here, and then now we're looking to continue long. All right, we're looking to continue long on US 30. Now let's really dissect this. All right, so if I was to, even if I on a 4-hour time frame, all right, yeah, it's gonna pull the drawings back up. All right, so that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work, y'all. Let me delete that again. Let me hide the drawings again. All right, but we got this upper trend line that was broke right here. We had a nice break and retest of that upper trend line, and then now we got that nice sentiment change right back to the upside. So I am still looking for us to push up. Plus, as my man always likes to talk about, these crosses, we never cross actually to the downside. All right, on US 30, price actually was still very much in an upward trend. All right, in an upward trend. So we still are looking to still push in the direction this way. We're still going to 54,000. All right, I'm gonna milk this trade, and I'm gonna really maximize my opportunity buying on US 30. So this week, all this week, continue to keep looking for buys on US 30. All right. I continue to keep looking for longs. All right. We never broke structure down. This was a nice little pullback. Price ended up holding right here. And then now we ended up pushing down. What we were doing is we were making higher highs. And then we pulled back, get a nice deep retracement right here, which was cool because the market had been buying. All right. The market had been buying up. Market was buying up pretty good. All right. And which would cause a lot of the lower time frames to be in a overbought state. So this gave it more breathing room basically for now, for that continuation for us to keep pushing higher. All right. So now once we break this level of structure up here, man, we're going to create that new high. But I'm telling y'all right now, I am going to continue to keep looking for buys on the indices. And as y'all know, they're talking about the whole peace deal and all that between Iran, US, and all that. So with that being said, that's going to be great as well for the indices. But regardless of that news, that don't even matter. All right, that don't even matter because the chart already shows us that we need to be pushing to the upside, and that's what we're going to do. All right, so at the end of the day, the chart is going to dictate what's going to happen. When that news is done exhausting, like we had some news up in here. When that news is over with, it's going to get right back on trend, y'all. It's going to get right when the fundamentals is exhausted. We're going to get right back on trend. So we're going to continue to keep pushing, keep looking for them buys this week on US 30. All right. That's US 30 on NAS. All right. So NAS, let me come to NAS real quick. NAS has a different image here. All right. NAS has a completely different image than US 30. Now NAS was already taken off to the upside. All right, NAS was already breaking highs and things like that. All right, US 30 did not. So we're dealing with a little different image. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't even like NAS too much this week. I like US 30 a lot more. Now, what I will say is in the event we start breaking right back above this level of structure, then we could potentially still push this in this vicinity. But as of right now, all right, this is currently on the 4-hour time frame, is currently signaling more of a downward trend. Now I'm gonna draw this. All right. So right here, let me turn this off real quick. Let me get rid of this real quick. Let me remove that. All right. So right here, we can see that price was actually holding. We ended up creating some support, did a nice retest, price launch. We came right back to this level right here. All right. It did end up swiping out this liquidity right here, got right back above this level of structure. All right. Did a nice retest, and now we're pushing back up. Now, the only thing I don't like about NAS is got a nice reversal candle right here, right at a level of resistance here. And price could end up pulling back down and actually going down deeper. All right. So that's why I don't really like NAS. I would like to see NAS get right back on trend. Now, we did break this upper trend line. I do like that. We had a nice break, had a nice retest, and now we had a nice bullish engulfing breaking structure. But I really want to see NAS, honestly, start really creating that nice shift of structure above 704. All right. For me to actually commit to going long. Now, as we all know, SpaceX was just launched and all that. So the tech stocks, things can again based off of that. Right? What'd you say?
I say, yeah, things could definitely change with that new launch.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I understand like this, we had these hard sell-offs and all that, but with that new launch, that's gonna end up pushing things right back to the upside. All right, back to the upside. And if anything, it needs to push back up here. Let's retest this high. Let's see if we get a lower high type situation or a new high. I personally, based off of how the chart is moving, I think we get up into 31,000, 32,000, me personally. So I do like NAS. I do like the indices, both to actually still push. All right, I still like them both to still push to the upside, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's gonna be that. All right, so look for NAS. All right, let me go back to my screen. Look for NAS, honestly, to get back above. All right, back above 700, y'all, and then let's find some support. All right, at 700, and then let's get that continuation to the upside. So continue to keep looking for the buys on the indices this week. Let's get it. That's all I got for y'all.
Now, I will say on that note, I already told y'all looking at my screen a few weeks ago, NAS was going to 33,000.
Yes, sir.
I don't believe NAS goes into any more selling. We have a year. This is nothing but a pullback. We just retested the buy zone. The buy zone actually was your entry for the buy on NAS, so you should that in when we're back at 28. And I also mentioned that on the previous live as well, that we were coming back to 28. Now from here, I'm pretty sure NAS is on the 33,000. Y'all see, put my name on it. That was one of our previous calls. So
put my name on it.
For a minute. Yeah, that's what it's about to do. So technically right now, like he said, it did enter a sell zone. I'm in a sell trend. So it's a lot of sellers in the market still. So the moment that this actually goes into a buy on a 4 hour is when I will have my interest in actually jumping in on a buy on NAS. Whenever I see that, I would definitely say that's the time to go. I mean, technically you could buy from here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did have a pullback before it took off. So that's why I would just wait till I get this new buy trend here. Once I get a new buy trend on a 4 hour, I already have the alert set. I will then be targeting 33,000 on the NASDAQ as of June 14th. So
hold up, stay right there. I want you to go to the daily. Go back to the daily. Since you got the Heikin Ashi. All right, so look, y'all, let me point something out. All right, with the Heikin Ashi. With the Heikin Ashi, I remember me and my man talked about this a long time ago with the Heikin Ashi. All right. Now with the Heikin Ashi, we got it on the daily time frame. I'm just talking candles right now. We got a nice reversal candle. All right. We got a nice reversal candle on the daily time frame. All right, and then we got a flat bottom Heikin Ashi candle on the daily time frame. All right, so like when you're utilizing the Heikin Ashi, the moment, if you got wicks on both sides, that just shows that the market is still weak. The moment you get that flat bottom, all right, shows a lot of momentum back to the upside in this case, right? Or downside. If you look at the top, you had a reversal candle up there, flat top, and then you seen the market just the next one, yeah, that one, and then flat top, and then you seen the next one just started collapsing. All right, so it's typically like that. But now we got a nice reversal candle on the daily time frame, flat bottom, and then this is a nice. If you haven't used the Heikin Ashi, one thing that I like about the Heikin Ashi candles is it takes a lot of volume to actually flip one of those candles. Like I'm talking like a lot. So throughout the entire day, the market's moving up and down, right? Market's moving up and down. But inside the Heikin Ashi, you don't really see that. So psychologically, it's not really messing with you too much. You know what I'm saying? Because the only way for that to flip from blue to white, it's going to have to be a lot of volume to the downside to flip that. And that ain't happening, right? We pushing up, right? We're going to go to the upside. And that is a nice indication that we still pushing up. With everything that we saying, this is another added confluence to what we saying about NAS getting right back on the buy, all right, getting right back to it and going to the upside. All right, so you can literally get in, and that's a nice way on how to be able to hold your trades too, because the more and more them candles just keep printing flat bottoms like that. Look at that all the way up. You just holding, but throughout that entire time there was selling candles in there. All right, there was selling candles, but you don't really see that with the Heikin Ashi. See what I'm saying? There was selling candles. Now that don't throw your psyche off when you actually on the chart. So that's a good way to be like, you know what? I can actually still hold this trade. The momentum's still showing to the upside. Yeah, we holding this thing. So if y'all are trying to cross over from, scalping and swing trading, or, really holding your trades a little longer, this is a nice option to be able to give you some more added confluence on how to hold your trade. All right. I did that once before and killed US 30. All right.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the ways that I use. Now, the only thing I would say that I will wait on, like I told you already, on a 4 hour, I'm definitely looking for this trend to get fixed. So if I just kind of cut off these action zones and then cut off all these liquidity boxes, so you can actually see the trends right here. You can see I follow this trend. So right here, this trend, we got this blue and the yellow. That's basically telling me that the market is in a lot of sell pressure. So I just need that to change. Once that change, it's just like back here, bro. You get what I'm saying? Once it changes, it changes. That's the move. That's the move I'm going to be looking for. So I'm basically taking that move as soon as we get the cross back over. That's all I'm waiting on. Now on the flip side of that, there's one more thing I want to see over here on the daily. So on the daily, what I want to add now, I actually need my boxes back. So now if I cut this back on, I can just look for one more thing. One more thing that'll tell me that my trade is ready to go is once I see that buyer liquidity come in, that means a lot of buyers is actually creating support right here. Once I see that the buyer says agree that this is a level of support, I will then also take this trade because it could, like he said, it could take a minute, it could take 1 day, 2 days, whatever, quick out. But as soon as I see that box populate here, I get my trend on the 4 hour, and 33,000, right? It's just that simple. Don't make it too complicated. Don't force no trades. All you gotta do is let the trade come to you. And this is one of those moments when the trade about to come to you. Now, one he didn't cover was the US 500. US 500 is a trade that I also like. Got this going up to 8,000. I already told people that. So these levels is already ready. As you can already tell, we came down at the buy zone. Once again, that buy zone was your entry. Now we're going to start targeting up here. So just understand that the chart is already showing you the play. But on the flip side of that, it's also ready to make the move, right? But understand that this is your opportunity to catch a big play. This will be a good week in the market. Now, we did have a hard selling month. If I go to the monthly and I go to the regular candles, we did have a hard selling month. But just understand, we just broke the high, right? I tell people all the time, when you just broke the high, the sell is not the play. That means buyers is, I'm saying, they in the market. So I'm pretty sure this is about to flip this month. We still got 2 weeks left, 3 weeks. We're about to flip this money and continue buying. If we probably sell, I don't see no sales in the market coming anyway, but this month is about to flip. And if you don't know, the second week of the month is typically when the market picks up. The first week is normally like a range and like to set the level. The next week is more like the breakout, and then the last 2 weeks is like we get the business. So I'm pretty sure they're about to flip the month, push this up higher. Like I said, S&P 500, get ready to just jump back on the buy. It's sitting right here at the pressure line. So the buyers are coming into a market. Today he's going to drop the news. You know he's going to say we signed a peace deal. Guess what? That's going to put more money, more belief into the market. They're going to pump this thing. So US 500 is also a great play that you can take. It's sitting at 74 right now. It's definitely going to 7,700. So definitely target that. But I'm targeting 8,000, right? Because I like it. I look at it at a bigger picture. So I'm looking at it on the full weekly. That was the bottom right there on the weekly lines. I was going to see it get up here to like 78. So this is going to be a great area for you to enter the buy on this chart, following these weekly levels. And I can about guarantee you it's coming up here. 78, 76 on US.
Put his name on it. Put his name on it. 78.
I'll put the line right there. You feel me? Put the line there.
Put the line up.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Put the line up. Yes, sir. Put the line up.
We will get there. We will get there. And it's not a surprise. It's not a coincidence. I don't care if we at all-time highs. I don't care what news they talking about. None of that. The market is about to get bullish. I told y'all we're going to be bullish until October. So just understand, you just stay on the buy side and you're going to catch these plays. And this is a play that everybody can catch right here for sure, because I think this got the best setup out of all the indices. And it's not as volatile as all the indices as well. So that's another positive. So when you come in, you ain't got to worry about getting cooked in 5 seconds. Typically, it only move 50 to 60 points at like the breakout. But from here, this will be a great area for you to start buying. Like I said, the 4 hour is about to be the same like last. It needs to get ready. You may have one more pullback to this area right here, which is 73. But from 73, it's going to 78. Trust me. Easy bad you could make right there. So those are my favorite plays right now. Outside of the option plays, I'll say that for another video. But yeah, that's what we got for y'all this week coming up, June 14th. Trying to keeping this one short. We got a lot of stuff going on. So that's what I have for y'all. That's what he had for y'all now.
What's going on with gold? What's up with gold? You had jumped on here talking about gold.
Yeah, I already had kind of explained gold, but I'll go over it again now. Real fast. Let me go ahead and just turn everything off. Turn everything off real fast. All right, so right now, gold, we got a downtrend. It's already crossing to the down. Now, I do want to see a retest somewhere in this area. I wouldn't be surprised if it came back to 44 or if it even came back to 4308, right? I just want to see a retest. I don't see it breaking above this level right here. So I really want to just see it come back to the retest level. Now, I need this to come back on, but I need this right here to go off for a second. Now, let me just hide these drawings because those are just skip retests that I was doing my homework over the weekend. Now, this is what I'm saying. I do want to see it come back here, but it technically don't have to, right? We broke the retest level. We did the retest early. Boom, we retested it twice, and then we dumped down. Here, also did the same thing, broke, did a retest of this, then dumped down. So we technically are already done with these levels, so we don't necessarily need to come back to these levels. So I wouldn't be surprised if gold just retested this small little area right here, faked everybody, and then just continue selling down here to 39.11, right? Because gold still needs to get down here to this area. The gold trend is still down. Um, so don't fall for any buying pressure. Understand gold is going to keep selling. And like I said, I'm going to keep targeting 3,900 or even lower, right? But I definitely want to see it get to 3,900 before I think about doing anything other than selling, right? So we did have daily levels. So if you didn't understand what happened on that buyback up, we closed back out right here. So what happened was typically when you close out of the range, the market does the pullback, and once it does that pullback, I mean that's it. So this is why I was saying that we could hit these two levels right here, these two area of interest. As you can see, I got my alerts, one for the retest from last weekly levels, and then one right here for the breakout, right? But like I said, on the bigger time frame, we already hit these levels, so we technically don't have to come back. So I wouldn't just be surprised if they swipe these guys out here from what day is this Wednesday? From Wednesday, because Wednesday kind of just broke straight down. I wouldn't be surprised if we came up, swiped these guys out, 42.66, and then jumped to 3,900. All right. So that's what I would be looking for. And then once we get our new levels on Tuesday, I'll have a better read of the gold market because we'll have new daily levels on Tuesday. So once Tuesday comes, I get my new daily numbers for the current week that's coming up. I'm pretty sure it's going to show me where to sell from, and I'm just going to keep selling until I reach the bottom of that zone. And that zone bottom probably will be 3,900. So I'm going to be targeting 3,900 for the sell on gold this week. That's just basically what it is. Like I'm not buying it. I'm not interested in buying it. I'm gonna just keep selling it until we get to 3,900, and then from there we kind of figure out what else they got going on.
Yeah, I had gold coming back to 43.20, like 43.20, 21. I'm like, let us retest there real quick, get a nice little
Mhm.
retest, and then a dump. All right, but yeah, I'm in agreement. I got to second that. I ain't buying nothing about gold.
Yeah.
Everything, there ain't nothing like you go to that weekly time frame for me. Pull up that weekly.
Mhm.
I want y'all to nothing about this weekly, y'all says buy. All right.
Nothing.
Nothing about this weekly time frame says to buy. All right. And this is why like y'all got to stay off them lower time frames. Just like my man told y'all last week. You on them lower time frames, it's gonna throw everything off. Look at that flat top. That's a lot of momentum still to the downside on the weekly time frame for that
Then we
matter.
need to come here.
All right. And it's like there's nothing about this weekly that has a reversal or anything. And a lot of time you'll start maybe seeing the market go in the opposite direction, start buying up, especially from a smaller time frame perspective, and you get stuck on that smaller time frame and that image of what it looks like. And then when the
Mhm.
market's ready to actually dump, you like, damn, what happened? Why it just dump like that? You know what I'm saying? So if you guys get in the habit of actually starting off from the higher time frame and then work your way down, right? Like me and my man, we can look at the higher time frame quickly, and we've been doing this for a minute, especially together, where we can look at the higher time frame, remember what the higher time frame said. Excuse me, y'all. Higher time frame said, but we can be on a lower time frame and waiting for entry,
Yeah.
aligning ourselves with what the higher time frame already showed us. Like we ain't getting lost on the chart. Like a lot of new traders, you know what I'm saying? It's until you get your chart time up, it's very easy to get lost on the lower time
Mhm.
frame, right? Very easy to get stuck and like, oh, I thought it was buying. I started buying, and you forgot whole time what it was saying on the weekly. or the daily,
Mhm.
right? And the daily, the weekly, that's gonna trump everything, right? Because it's
Yeah, I
like,
like this level right here though. I like that 43 area. That's what I said. I got my 2 alerts sitting right there.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
40,
yeah, for sure.
that's a high possibility that we come back and hit this retest level at 43, right?
Yeah,
But
absolutely, right,
4,300,
man.
if it crosses
Hey,
my phone and it says gold is at 4,300, I'm
43.
maxing out the sale. Trust me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely,
saying? I'm going to
absolutely.
wait. And it just,
Yeah,
let me just pull a lot of this information back. Like, let me just cut these off so people don't get lost in the sauce. But like right here, this is all I needed to see. You know what I'm saying? I
mm-hmm.
need to see nothing else. I need to see this cross here on the daily time frame of gold to tell me I'm not pressing the buy button. Okay, now gold comes back here and hit 4,300. It can get to, it don't got to get to 4,312. I'm not waiting on it to come out up here. I'm waiting on 4,300. If I see 4,300 hit my phone, I will be selling gold, targeting 3,900, 3,800. Right? That's a 4,000 pip move right there. That is, I'm got to say automatic. That's guaranteed. Like, I
We
really
like
want to just press it right now, like at 40, 42, 14, and just go in light and just let it do whatever it want to do for the first couple of days. Cause I know where it's going. You know what I'm
we know
saying?
where it's going, and that
Yeah.
entry, even if we was to enter right now, the market was open right now. We entered right here at 42.14. No matter if we
Close your
took some
eyes.
drawdown, we are going to end in profit and
Yes.
deep profit at that, like deep
Close your
profit.
eyes.
Close your eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Close your eyes. Enter the trade. You know what I'm saying? Close your eyes
Yeah.
because it's
But I
going.
do know a swipe is coming here. That's what I'm saying. At minimum, I'm taking the
Mm-hmm.
entry here at 42.57. That's why I have my alerts here. Like, I'm taking
Mm-hmm.
one of these alerts. I don't care if
Right.
it hits 42.57. I'm entering the trade. I'm entering light there. If it pushes up another 500 pips, I don't care. It get to 300. I'm entering. I'm doubling down. That's what I will.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Mm-hmm.
those are the 2 positions that I will be taking this week for sure. Right.
For
So
sure.
just understand I will be selling gold for sure right here. If I don't take any other trade this week, this will be my guaranteed trade. And I will guarantee you this trade will end in profit this week. There's nothing that can be said in the news. There's nothing that can be done on these charts that's going to make me change my mind. Only way I think they can flip this chart is World War III. For real, for real. They're going to have to bomb America for this to start buying. Like,
The man. I'm telling y'all, with the whole, you know what I'm saying, with the whole war stuff, and they talking the peace and all that, coming to a deal, man, that is great for the dollar. That is
yeah.
fantastic for the US dollar, right? So fantastic for the dollar. And it's like, all right, now look at this image real quick. All right, so y'all see how on the Heikinashi, all right, it's a blue, but it's got wicks on both sides. All right, that just shows exhaustion, basically, right? That just
Mhm.
shows indecision, right? The buyers, sellers, right? Tug of war, right? And then they don't know if they want to go up or down, but we know the
Or just go
direction.
buy
So
gray.
even if it wants to just pull up a little bit, do a nice retest, which is needed, go ahead and do a nice retest, pull back a little bit higher, let us in, right? Let the market come to you. We paid to wait.
Mhm.
We paid to wait. Let it come to you, then take the trade. Then once you take the trade, you in there, and we
Oh,
dropping
let me
off
show
a
you something else
cliff.
real fast. Let me show you something else before you go off on the deep end on that. Let me
All
show
right,
y'all something.
go ahead, go ahead, go
This
ahead,
is
go ahead.
this is the common theme that gold has been doing, right? I want y'all to see this. Coming all the way back to this high up here, right? This was the high. They swiped this high and then they dumped it, right? You came over here, this same little wick, they swiped this high, then they dumped it. You come over here, they swiped this high, then they dumped it. And look what this one did. This one came over here, swiped this high, then they dumped it. All they're about to do is swipe this high, and they gonna dump it. That's just the pattern they've been doing. They've been doing it the whole time. And you can go back
Religiously,
to the
yeah,
candles. Look, this trend is
religiously.
down. Manipulation, right here. Manipulation, right here. Like, you can literally draw a trend line covering all these manipulated plays right here from this point right here. Swipe the high and dump. And it's just like that each time. And they just keep doing it. So it's a common thing that they're doing, right? Like I said, without no major news, There's no way we even come and hit these retest levels. I put these levels here because I wanted to see. But as you can see, when I turn my drawings on, I already had this sitting right here. This is pending, right? Now, this was just the low. That's just like a TP1, but I'm definitely targeting 3,900, right? Like I said, I got a system to follow. If I turn this on, forget the daily, go to the weekly. We have not the yearly. Whoa, the weekly. Continue. I want to see it come here.
Yep.
That's what I want to see. Now we'll give y'all another thing, another way that you can look at this too, right? So if I turn off my drawings, right, I'm gonna show you something on the yearly since I accidentally clicked that. If I come to my 12 month, I turn this off, right, and I turn on this, that entry is here, 38.28, right? So the entry for the buy on gold was supposed to come here. I can use this as well and also see that, oh, this is where we're going. Right, gold is going to come back to the yearly entry level, which is here, which is 38.28, and then we might just consolidate the rest of the year once we hit this area. But as of right now, this is where it's going. It's going to 38.28.
What's the stop loss?
It's at 31.07.
Yeah, we going near that because I said we going to 3,300, y'all.
Yeah,
we're getting in the 3,300s.
Yeah, so it can even get all the way down here. It can get close to
3,300s.
But I just know this is the yearly entry. They said if you wanted to buy gold this year, you shouldn't be buying it until it hit 38.28. So 38.28 would be my target point for the sell now. We've just been selling it. Once we come back to the entry, then I'll have to do some reevaluation, right? I have to see what's going on because technically the trend is up, right?
The trend is up. The trend is up.
So technically the trend is up. This is
the trend is up.
I'm not going to get lost in the sauce.
Right.
But technically the trend is up. So I got to respect it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta respect that the trend is up. I gotta respect that we hitting this area. The trend is still up, my boy. You know what I'm saying? This be oversold too. So if we come down and just hit that 38.28 and then that thing just somehow turn around, I'm not surprised.
Not surprised at all. Yeah, absolutely.
It's already been a big year for gold. Like that right there is massive for a buy. For them just to erase all those profits is low-key insane, right? So I just think it consolidates right here, and then we end up start selling next year. But we'll see. We'll see. I definitely come down here 33, like he said. That's a strong possibility because it's still above the stop level. And then, you know what I'm saying, anywhere in this range, I think gold is done for the year. So
for sure. And stay right there real quick. Don't change it. Keep that on. So look, y'all, and we also got, I'm not surprised by this massive pullback. So we got on the 12-year, we got divergence.
12
right?
months.
We got divergence. And you can look. All right, you can look right on the chart in the oscillator. We got nice divergence going on. All right, you can see that the oscillator was coming down while price action was still pushing up. Right, that's a great indication that we got divergence. So a reversal is coming. Right, if the yearly was to close how it is right now, oh man, gold would be falling off the map. All right,
yeah, we're going back down here
next year. I'm just saying, y'all, I'm just hypothetically, if we close right here, right now on this yearly, that's a reversal candle right there. And that is gold is falling off the face of the earth, right? But it's needed. All right. So with this divergence, that's already showing y'all, all right, that it's definitely needed, that we need a deep pullback. And we definitely do. You know what I'm saying? Now I have been saying 31. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. Thank you for drawing that for him. All right, so I had been draw one up for me for the from that red dot on the chart to the top of that wick on the chart, the candles. The candles.
On the chart.
Yeah. Draw from there to the wick. Top of the wick. Yeah. Okay, so look, y'all, you can see right there in that image, you can see how price action was still pushing up, but the oscillator was pushing down. That's a great way to identify we got divergence. All right, we got divergence, and it's just letting you know, hey, a reversal is coming. You know what I'm saying? It is. So now when we go down, right now when we start going down the time frame, right, we start going down to the weekly and things like that, and you start seeing, all right, a nice shift of structure from there. That's gonna be your indication. Okay, now that thing is actually ready to actually move and go in the direction of, you know, the pullback. You know, but ultimately, from a big time frame, yes, we are technically still in an uptrend for sure. We ain't forgot about that, y'all. But right now on the weekly, daily, 4 hour, hey, we pulling back. We in a downtrend right now, right? Yeah. We in a downtrend right now. The yearly is just a big time frame. It's too big of a time frame to just be placing buys right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah,
not the time to place buys. You know what I'm saying? Not the time to place buys. But we ain't forgot about that. All right, we ain't
yeah,
forgot about that.
definitely paying attention to what's going on all the time frames. You got to learn how to read those bigger time frames so you can trade accordingly. So just understand, yeah, this definitely could be the high. That could be the reversal candle, but we could come back up here and we can just retest this little area one last time if that's what they wanted to do. Because like I said, these lines here that I got, these are skip retest levels. So they did skip a lot of levels. Now I'm not necessarily saying that gold is going to come back here up here and hit these levels this year because they can do that next year, right? They can take forever to come back and fix those. They can just keep selling down, consolidate right here for the rest of this year, buy up here next year, and then continue down like how he was saying, right? So that is also a thing that can happen. But for us in the current time and space, what we talking about and what's most important to us is just this image right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with this image right here, neglect that, turn this back on. It's already folded. We need to hit 39, 3906 before it does any pulling back. So I just want to see us do a retest right there in that area where I have my two alerts. Let me go ahead and just fix that. I'll put my alerts back on there. Let me have the drones. And let me put my alerts back, put this back on the daily.
I can't wait to fry gold this week. Oh, y'all,
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
perfect.
wait to fry gold this week, y'all.
This is going to be an easy week right here for sure. So, like I said,
Man,
I got retest level right here at 66. We definitely could hit that level. Then I got one more right here at 309.
for
So,
sure.
those are the two levels that piques my interest, right? And remember the
Mm-hmm.
ICT guy. I don't know if he showed up today, but if you want to pull your ICT, this your fair value gap right here. That's
Why
your
you gotta
fair.
do them like that, man? Why you gotta do them like that?
Yeah, anybody that trade ICT, this your fair value gap. If it come back in y'all fair value gap right here, definitely hit the sell button. Continuation down to 3,900, right? So
Why you
this
gotta
is
do them
definitely
like that, man?
this is
Heck no.
definitely a
Why you do
bag.
you like that, bro? Why you do you like that?
It's definitely a bag that's on the way, man. It all looks the same. Like I tell people all the time, man, everything works, bro. It's just like real life,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Everything works, man. It doesn't
Everything
matter. You
works.
can be a millionaire barber, you can be a millionaire landscaper, you can be a millionaire day trader. You know what I'm saying? Find your lane, get in there, make your bag, and do it the way you want to do it. You can be a millionaire
Absolutely.
tattoo artist. You can
Yeah.
be a millionaire street hustler. You know what I'm saying? It's all it's all the same. It's all about where you put your energy at, how you apply that energy, you know what I'm saying? What type of pressure you apply to it. But this is the
Absolutely.
simplest way for us. So we like
Yeah.
this route. That's the route we taking. We're gonna keep making this back. Definitely understand that the sale is coming. Um,
I want to piggyback off you real quick. Let me
go ahead.
piggyback off that. So it's like, hey, y'all, like he said, and we've been saying this for a long time. Damn, I just stuttered so hard. My fault, y'all. Damn. Um, we've been saying this for a minute. Everything does work. It just depends on what your strategy is. Now, there's some strategies that may be a little bit more high winning rate percentage than others or whatnot, but at the end of the day, y'all, it's just really discipline, consistency. And like just whatever if you trade fair value gap, hey, you trade that thing till the
The
wheels
wheels
fall
fall
off, right? You just keep trading that. Every time you approach the chart, that's exactly what you do every single time. Win, lose, don't matter. Break even, don't matter. You just keep trading. There's people that trade just straight supply and demand. Hey,
off.
you wait for price to get to your level. You wait for signs of rejection. Boom, you enter the trade. Whatever it is that you do, you just gotta work your system. That's it at the end of the day, because it all
Mhm.
works, y'all. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying, online, they be coming with all this fancy stuff, fancy names and all that, making traders more confused. No, me and my man, we choose the simplicity route, right? Because
Definitely.
trading is definitely it can definitely be simple, and we just gotta use just discipline and just consistency at the end of the day. That's why, like for me and him, we come on here, and even when him and I are on our personal time, off of the computer, we have conversations, things like that. We're looking for the same thing every single time, or we might remind each other, "Hey, you peep this, peep that.
That's
Oh,
what I
okay,
do.
cool.
Yep.
Hold up, let me look at that." You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool, right? And then it's just a simple reminder, like, all right, bet we're waiting on this, waiting for the market to come here, and then we doing XYZ, right? And then it's just every time, like we ain't switching up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We ain't switching up. And
The
that's how you
dial,
start.
man. I keep telling y'all, DAW, man. Discipline always win.
Yeah.
That's the code for all 2026 and beyond, man. Follow the dial.
Yeah. With everything to life, y'all. It ain't just this, but like for real, just with everything. You operate that way all the time. Hey, telling you, you're gonna find the things you're looking for. You're gonna find that success that you're looking for. There's no way that you can't not find it, especially when you're doing, it's not about even being right all the time, y'all, because sometimes y'all know this, especially as traders, the trade ain't always going, even if you work your system 100%, right? Maybe that trade just didn't work out, but don't let that scare you from doing what you should be doing. Because guess what? Long term, you're gonna be profitable. You keep doing the same thing.
On that note, I gotta find it. It's on my hard drive though. I got a P&L. I can show you. I was 43% profitable in my trades, but end the year in profit. Why? Because the ones that did win were bigger than the ones that lost. So stop looking at that percentage wrong. Don't think because somebody say I got a 90% win streak and this strategy wins 90% of the time that it is. How many trades did they take? You can win 9 out of 10 trades and they can say 90%, but 900 out of 1,000, guess what? They only win 22%. So you got to understand that and understand that it's not about just that number. It's about just being disciplined and sticking to your strategy. You will have a better win rate if you learn to hold your trades longer. If you hold your trades longer, those trades that you do win will be much more profitable than the ones that lose. Significantly change your percentage, right? Because I literally had a 43% win rate one year and I had a profitable year. Because it's not about always like the win rate. It's about how long did you hold your trades? How much profit did you make? The profit dictates everything, right? So stop holding the losers longer than the winners and stop cutting your trades too soon. As soon as you see blue, you get what I'm saying? As soon as you see the money, stop closing the trade.
To get back in.
Yeah, just
cut that out. Cut that out.
You got in at 4,400. Like this is what they do. You'll get in right here at 46.90, 46.69. The market will come here. You will close the trade and then get right back in right here. And then this happens. Then you get scared and lose your money.
You gave it all right back, y'all.
Lose all this profit because right here it keep buying up on you and you keep closing the trade. Now you done lost all this profit because you closed the trade. Just follow your trend. You could have stayed in from up here. Boom. Keep holding. Keep holding.
This is a real thing, y'all. Y'all don't understand how many people hit me up and ask me, can they get back in after we done been smoking the markets, right? And we still holding, and they'll close, y'all. Just to ask me, can they get back in? Like, no, don't, like, you know what I'm saying? That example what he used, they'll get in at the bottom. Like we was already up here at the top. Even if you get a little pullback, it's a pullback. And then when it decides to dump down again, guess what? You're going to be in deeper profit again, right? If anything, look to hold your trade. You know what I'm saying? Versus trying to close, look to add another position. You know what I'm saying? Versus close it. Really maximize your opportunity when the trend is swinging, right?
Definitely.
When the trend is swinging, take advantage.
Learn to partial your trades. You don't always got to take full profit. That if you had a 0.10 and you came down and you closed 0.5, let that other 0.5 stay there. That 0.5 can turn into like a 0.25 if you let it keep falling. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gotta you know what I'm saying? Look, get in, let it make it structured, take it to wherever you want to take it. You can take half of it. Don't always keep closing the same trade. At the end of every month, guess what? The market moves one way every month, either up or down. Every year it moves one way, either up or down. Sometimes you have a pullback. So even if somebody that was buying gold this year, in the beginning of the year, they was up crazy. But now they back to where they was. But that don't mean they got to close their buy. Honestly, if they at the bottom, it's just a pullback. You never know. The end could end back bullish and then they back up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So stop cutting out trades too soon, man.
Exactly.
What's good?
Yeah, exactly. You partial your position, 50%, 75%, move your stock in the profit or leave it in a negative state. But let that mark at that point, it won't even matter because you already at least took money already. You paid yourself. Pay yourself something for being in the trade. You know what I'm saying? Pay yourself something for being in the trade. That trade got to come back and take me out the market. You know what I'm saying? For me to get out, right? Especially if we really swinging this thing. We see a big move like I've been telling y'all on US 30, 54,000. You think I'm closing this trade? No, we maxing out. We maxing out, right? I'm looking to keep adding and adding and adding. You know, all the way up to that level. I'm telling y'all, 54,600. My name's up there. You're going to see here in a minute. Yeah. Right? It might take 2 weeks. It might take 3 weeks. But you know what I'm saying? It might be a month. Who knows? All right. But when you know the direction, though, and you start getting comfortable, right, hit the like button, right? It's like when you know the direction, like me and my man talking about gold, we know it's going down there. You see the confidence, like, no, it can pull back on me. I can enter this trade right here. And I can close my eyes and hold this thing. And
let me show that one more time. Let me show that one more time so y'all know. I'm going to hit it last time.
Pull it up, Con. Pull it up one more time. Big thing I learned in this.
Gold comes to 260.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Gold comes to 260. I will be entering. Gold comes to 4,300. I will be doubling down.
Come on now.
But I do know it's going to 3,900 this week.
Come on now.
I am confident that it is going to 3,900 this week. I don't care what is said. And I told y'all, I'm taking this play strictly off of my daily chart. My daily chart confirms we will be going down there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going down. Oh, yeah.
They're going to need some big news to even come back up here to 43.
And if they do that, go up to 44. If they even think to go to 44.
Max out.
Man, y'all, man, hit that sell button. Man, I'm not saying.
But I can't, like I said, I can't see it getting to 44 because 44.
I don't like 44. It's too big. I mean, Don't get me wrong. It could retest 44. Not saying, I mean, this market do whatever it want to do, you know, at the end of the day, y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I can't, for somebody asked me just the other day, right? They asked me the same thing. You see 44? I can't see 44. I can see 44, y'all, but I can't see 44.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, right?
Like it can do whatever it want to do.
Right. So I can't see it.
I can't say that it's not going there, but I just feel like, man, I don't see it getting to 44.
I can't see it. Exactly.
I can definitely see, like I said, 43. 43 anything is a high possibility.
Yeah, 43. Yeah.
Turn your Heikin-Ashi candles on this daily time frame. If it turns red for you or gray for me, that is your entry. If you even just want to wait on that, I guarantee you when these flip back and the sellers take control, it ain't no turning that around.
Ball game. It's ball game. Yeah, we going there. We going there like 39. What's that? 39, 34?
Yeah.
I got to see what mine is on
well, that's the Heikin-Ashi, so it auto adjusts for the Heikin-Ashi.
Oh, that's right. That is right. Yeah, it might be a little different. That's right.
Because if I go to the regular ones, that ain't the number.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's right. Yeah, y'all. I'm telling y'all, hey, simplicity, y'all. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? My man say, big thing I learned is them swings. Hey, catch the swing, bro. Catch the swing. When I met my man, we were talking about swing trading. And he was, you know, like trying to get me off doing intraday and stuff like that. I was the people we talking about. I'm raising my hand, y'all. All right, I'm raising my hand. I wouldn't close the trade and get back in, but I would close the trade. You know what I'm saying? I would close the trade and just be like, all right, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Take my profit and then market just continue to keep on going. And it's like, man, I had no reason to close the trade, y'all, right? No reason. Yeah. I had no reason to close the trade, and I'd be closing the trade. You know what I'm saying? So, but now, you know what I'm saying? It took me a minute to get back on to swinging. Y'all don't know why, but like the first thing new traders do, you know, when they come into trading is everybody want to be a scalper, right? It's like,
because they say $100 in 2 seconds.
Everybody want to be a scalper, right? Everybody want to be a scalper. And then I just started learning, just like my man said, you know, big thing I learned is them swings. I feel like based off of my schedule and things like that, it started making it easier for me, to be honest, to actually just hold the trade, to be honest. Because now I can just look at my phone. All right, bet. All right, it's still doing what it needs to do. And I can continue to keep doing whatever I need to do. with family, the kids, and all that, and I'm not really on these charts, right? Because the last thing we want to do is trade a job for a job. I ain't trying to sit at this computer all day, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do that. And that's basically what I was doing. Spending hours, right? Intraday, right? Hours on this, staring at the charts. Nah, I ain't trying to do that. We trying to swing these moves. We swinging these moves now. Big moves, too. Big moves.
Got to.
Yeah.
Man. That's the only way to do it, honestly. You got to learn to start swinging. If you learn to start swinging, that's how you're going to make your bag, and that's how you really going to get paid. I promise you. And I always try to give y'all the advice that I did for myself that helped me make my transition. Come in light and put a trade that you know will not affect you. Like, if you have $1,000 in your account right now and you're trading gold, take a 0.01. By the end of the week, it will be a profitable trade. It doesn't matter if the market goes up or down. You're going to pay a little bit of commission each day. Who cares? By the end of the week, you will make money on that position. That I do know, based off the current setup that we have. So just understand that that's what you got to learn to do. That's how I learned to do it. I used to come in, like, if you got 20K in your account, put a dollar trade in, 0.01. You can still do a 0.01, but learn to hold the trade to the end of the week and then make your decision. Stop making your decision when you see $500 in profit, $200 in profit, $75 in profit, bearish engulfing in the wrong direction, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you either get down to your level or the market really changes sentiment and it goes into a different direction. And it's like, now I really must get out, right? And it better not be on the 5 minute.
It better not be on no 5 minute, y'all. It better not be on no damn 5 minute.
Gotta be on the 4 hour or higher, man. You gotta change on 4 hour or higher. I don't care about 30 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, 30 second, 1 hour, none of that. It has to be on the 4 hour or higher. If the market changes sentiment on the 4 hour, 9 times out of 10 is going to buy. If it doesn't, it's going to continue. Right. So just keep looking out for that. I'll be looking for that down arrow on the 4 hour on the other software. You already know.
Yeah, you already know. You know what I'm saying?
That's really what I'm waiting on. I got that on my other chart. But
and that's why I was thinking we go up there to 43.21. Go up there 43.21, retest that zone, retest that zone at 43.21, and then collapse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Unless we get a new lower high on the 4, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And one comes in sooner. But
that arrow come hit the button.
Yeah, hitting the button, right? Hitting the button. But yeah, that's all we got for y'all. All right, that's all we got. All right. Recap: we selling this week gold. We buying the indices. We buying NAS. We buying US 30 this week. All right, so those are 3 plays. You know what I'm saying, for y'all to take. Let the market, find some support on the indices. All right. And then we going long. All right. Keep looking for them longs this week on the indices. And as my man already broke down gold, we're going to be looking for the sales on gold this week, y'all. All right.
That's it.
Let's get it, y'all.